in here.
Okay.
Oh. I'm sorry, what was you saying?
Or is it the same link?
It's the same link. You in?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, bye.
Well, I see you.
You did? Oh, see. Oh, wait. So you didn't have to do anything to get in?
No, I just clicked join webinar.
Okay. All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see. Allowed to talk. And then let's see, make her a promote to panelist. No, I need to make her a Ariel, can you see me?
Uh-huh. I can see you and I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't see you. Let me see. I see Ariel Brooks. That's all I see. Let's pause the recording real quick. Hey guys, it's your girl Gwen, and I am on here today for a webinar, something that I've never done. So not only are we going to be talking about going beyond the bedside, we're going to talk about how Ariel pushed me outside of my comfort zone to go beyond a Facebook Live. Okay. We are on here talking about, going beyond the bedside. And I am, for anyone who does not know me, my name is Gwendolyn Lane. I am the founder of Bold, Black, and Beautiful Nurses here in the city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's my state. Those Steelers. I am a certified registered nurse practitioner. I have been a nurse for over 20 years, and I have been blessed and grateful to follow my assignment, which is creating bold, Black, and beautiful nurses. I also own and operate a home care agency. I've had a successful, which I still have, clothing line. And I also, what else? Oh, I have a small boutique. And so for me, going beyond the bedside is something that I love to do. For one, I love to help people. I love to create things, and I like for people to love the things that I create. And I love community. I think it's important for us, especially in these times, to have people that we can go to as a resource, people who a lot of times share the same passions that we have. And so this summer, shout out to Renasia, she got me to get on a plane. That's number one. And then she got me to go to an event called Marketing and Mimosas in Atlanta. It was something that I had never been to, and it was something that was truly amazing, and it pushed me out of my comfort zone. I've had a lot of success in Pittsburgh, and I've sent my stuff all over, but I've had a lot of success in Pittsburgh. This made me think about success outside of my city, doing big numbers, not just the numbers that I do. So I'm grateful for that. It changed my mindset. But while I was there, again, like-minded people find each other. And so I just happened to be going through all the vendors, and I ran into Miss Ariel, and Ariel is a nurse as well. So we started talking, and I was like, we need to do a live, because when you see her setup, it's so neat and clean. She knew what she was talking about. She talked about how she was a nurse and how she was transitioning from being at the bedside to a full-time entrepreneur. So I'm not going to tell her story. I'm going to let her introduce herself. But I think that you'll think she's amazing. And if you have had in the back of your mind, do I really want to be here? Like, what is my calling? What should I be doing? Hopefully this conversation and what she tells you will help you think more on, I don't have to be chained to the bedside all of my career. So, Ariel, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. First, I just want to say thank you for extending the invite. You are just such an inspiration. You're so amazing, and I'm just so grateful that God has allowed our paths to cross.
Mhm.
So with that being said, I'm Ariel. I am a registered nurse. I have been a registered nurse for almost half a decade. I have specialized in med surge. I want to say after 2 years of being a nurse, I started to travel. I've always been the type of person, I just love learning. I get bored with routine. So I always like a challenge, and that's just my personality. So I started traveling, and then COVID hit. The money was amazing, but the mental capacity just it just took a lot out of me mentally, socially, physically. So I took about 6 months off, but I didn't have a plan. In my mind, I was like, I'm not going back to the bedside. So I ended up spending a lot of my savings account, and I had to go back to the bedside because I had no plan. However, during that time, we were stuck in the house and we couldn't do anything. So I started doing lashes. I took like a $99 lash course online, and I didn't realize that I had to be licensed. So I said, okay, this is
Wait, wait. First of all, I raised my hand because all this time I've been calling you Ariel and it's Ariel. My bad. And secondly, how did you learn how to put lashes on an online course?
So I bought a mannequin, but in the course she just basically taught you the basics. So she taught you about isolation, she taught you about lash diameters. Like you would not think that so much detail goes into doing lashes, but it's really an art to it. So she just kind of taught you just like the book knowledge of how to do lashes, and then I started practicing. So I ordered me a model. I want to say her kit, she sent out a kit. I think she sent out a kit, and it had like a mannequin head. It had everything that I needed. So I just started practicing. And then I have a very big family. So I have a lot of cousins. So I'm like, girl, I'm doing lashes, so I need you to come be my model. And who's gonna say no to that? So that's kind of how it started. And then after that, I realized I had to be licensed. So I started looking at esthetician school, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm already a nurse. I could go do Botox, work in a med spa, and I could really make myself stand out in the marketplace. So I went to esthetician school. I was working full time. I was so burnt out. I was going esthetician school full time, and I was working on the weekends. So I had no days off, and I did that for 5 months straight. But I always had a vision, right? So I think that's very important. You really need to understand your why, because that's really what keeps you going. Because you're not gonna wake up motivated every day. You're just not. Um, but look at me now. So I
Wow.
graduated from esthetician school, and I could not find a job. These med spas would not even look at my resume. They wouldn't even look at my application.
Why?
Why?
Let me tell you something. When people don't receive you, create your own.
And that's what I did. I said, you know what? I'm going to create my own lane. And I started my business in my two-bedroom apartment.
Okay.
And people always ask me, you weren't scared of people coming to your home? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I believe in God. I have a very strong faith system. So I knew that He knew what I was doing. I wasn't doing wrong by people, and He was going to keep me protected.
Now, when let me just pause right there. So when you say esthetician, because that's broad, we know it's about the skin, but tell us like what are the things that you do exactly?
So, having an esthetician license, you can pretty much do waxing, you can do facials, you can do eyelash extensions, you can do lash lifts. There's a lot of things that you can do depending on your state. But for me, when I first started, like I said, I was doing lashes, and when I started my business, oh my God, y'all, my business, it was so slow. It was so slow. And I'm like, I was doing lashes for $100. It was taking me 3 hours to do them. So I said, you know what?
Got up and ripped them right off.
And then they would call me the next day, like, girl, all my lashes fell off. I said, this ain't gonna work, baby. So I started getting more into skincare. I was already offering facials, but it was more so of the relaxing facial. But I really had to niche down and figure out what is going to keep my clients coming to see me.
Mhm.
So currently I offer corrective skincare. So I treat acne and hyperpigmentation. And then I just started IV hydration as well.
All right. So we went a little further, but let me just back up and say what does, because you've done lashes, you do skin. So you started to move beyond the bedside. You said you were still working, going to school, but overall, what does going beyond the bedside mean to you?
Taking my control back. Um, I've never been a type of person who likes being told what to do. I got tired of working night shift.
Mhm.
Um, just having more time to really enjoy the things that I love, right? That's
Good.
what going beyond the bedside means to me. Not having a cap on how much money I can make, not having a cap on my time, and just really doing things that I really enjoy.
Okay. So we know that you're an RN, but when I met you, you was like, baby, I'm about to step right out that hospital into my business full time. So tell me what made you decide to do that, and were you prepared? How did you prepare, and how's it going?
So I will say that I honestly could have stepped out a long time ago because my clientele definitely was there. So I definitely prepared by working as a travel nurse. I've been a travel nurse and I paid off a great amount of debt. And that was my goal. Once I kind of set a goal in how much of my debt, personal debt, I wanted to pay off, I knew that my business can sustain itself. There may be some things personally, I might have to push my nail appointments out. I might not be able to get my lashes done, but this is only sacrifices that I have to make for now.
Mhm.
So really just having a plan, having a goal, and once I accomplish that goal, I said I'm out.
Yeah.
I definitely had a savings goal as well, but like I said, I know some people, they start their business and they're like, I'm going full time, I'm jumping out on a leap of faith. And that works for some people, but I didn't want all that stress that would come with that. So I definitely waited until my business was able to sustain itself. And it's going amazing. This is my second weekend of being a full-time entrepreneur, and I couldn't be any more happier. I feel amazing. Business is going amazing.
That's good. That's good. So I don't know if you guys follow us both on Instagram. I'm B and you are SES, and she is Reaesthetics.
Re-aesthetics, re-aesthetics underscore beauty.
Okay. And so on my Instagram, I just posted a carousel talking about how you can go beyond the bedside. And one of the things I put in there is that one, you have to know, you have to have a passion for something. And this sounds like, you had a passion for the beauty industry. And then you also have to figure out if there's a pain point. You have to meet a pain point for people. And then you have to figure out who your tribe is, who's your people, what's your niche. So for you, what's the pain point that you created? I mean, that's your feeling, right? What's your why, and who are you helping, and then who's your people?
So, niching down on corrective skincare,
Mhm.
acne and hyperpigmentation. Those are my clientele, right? So, a pain point for them could be a lack of confidence, right? I get so many women that come in, they've tried everything, they spent so much money on products that didn't work. They don't even feel comfortable leaving the house without makeup,
Mhm.
right? So, me just being able to watch them go from um loading on makeup to walking out the house barefaced. It really just makes me feel so good. So it's really important to just figure out what you are passionate about, not doing something because somebody else is doing it, but and solving a problem, especially in this economy. You have to show your value to people, especially during a time where so many people are cutting down on things that they don't find valuable, right? So
For
some
necessity.
right, exactly. And I'm not cheap at all, but it's worth it. It's an investment, and people will spend money on what they find value in.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So I had another question that just escaped me that quick. Oh, So let's just say, okay, you have this business now, you stepped away from nursing full time, which I know you plan to keep your license, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, because we always want to have the availability to go back if we
Absolutely.
need to, or to go another direction and leverage that degree in another way. But how can you expand, or have you started to expand? Well, I think you have, because when I met you, you had a whole skincare line, right? Do you have a skin?
I don't have my own skincare line. I currently still wholesale, but I am working on creating my own skincare line.
Okay. So that's another way that you can grow your business, right? A product and a service.
Absolutely.
Any other ideas or things that you could tell people that are interested in becoming a beauty, like an esthetician or working in the beauty field where they can grow their business?
Yes, definitely products. So even for me, I started out with the Brazilian oil. And I sell that to my clients. And then
What
digital
is it?
products. Hmm?
Brazil.
Brazil, like you know,
Tell us. How you gonna get on here and get scared? Tell us what it is.
the little just a little
Anybody
hydrating oil
needs
to
this on here.
keep her nice and moisturized, keep the ingrowns away, you know.
Okay. Okay. Is that a service? Do you do Brazilian waxes?
And Brazilian waxing as well, yes.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
But I started out with my ingrown oil and then I'll be expanding. But also digital products are a great way to just have an extra stream of income. You never want to just limit yourself to the bedside, limit yourself to just one source of income.
Right. And I think that it's important for us as nurses to know how to leverage our degrees. And I think several times I've talked about some of the things that I have done. I've had paid subscription groups, I've had subscription boxes, clothing, I've taught, I've been a consultant using my certified school nurse certificate. Like there's so many different things that we can do that'll take us outside of the hospitals and the long-term cares and the home health aides. Listen, I don't want my home health aides to think they're going to quit. I still need you. But there's so many other things that we can do. And I guess I should tell this also to the certified nurses aide. Like we don't want to just limit it to nurses. If you have any education, whether it's a certificate or a degree, you can leverage it. You can create your own path, just like she said. She created her own path because they weren't willing to allow her to work in a med spa, right? So there's so many different ways we can do it. And just to I don't know if anybody's in here in the chat, we dropped our digital products. For me, I have a book that gives an ebook that gives you information, like different ideas for how you can go beyond the bedside. And I'm going to be building that out pretty soon. This book was $30. It's now half off for $15. And I know Ariel has a digital product as well. You want to tell me a little bit about your digital product?
Yes, so definitely when I first started my business, I had no type of business background. I'm the first entrepreneur in my family. So my ebook is really tailored to helping estheticians just build just the best, give them the business side of the business side of running a business as far as like how to do your LLC because there's so much information out there and a lot of things on Google are free, but they try to charge you for it. And when you're starting out, you want to save as much money as possible and have that money going to the things that matter. And paying for things that don't matter can really, just help you out in the long run. So yeah, if you are interested in starting your own business, my ebook, it's also packed with strategies that I have used that I still use to grow my business and leave my job. So
Oh,
as long as you putting in the work, let me just you have to put in the work.
mhm.
You have to just work hard and be consistent. Consistency is key. Consistency is what got
So
me.
I feel like I'm being attacked. I feel like you keep saying it in the screen. Now, let me tell y'all something about her, Ariel, because I've been calling her Ariel for the longest. When I first met her, like we had went to Market and Mimosas, went home, honey, and I forget what it was that I was scared to do or I was messing up. She gonna put a video in there like just do it. I'm like, was you yeah, yeah. So she don't pull no punches. So she's saying be consistent. She's talking to me and you. Consistency is key. When I'm consistent, there's not anything I can't do. A lot of times, I'm all over the place. And so that's why it's important for you to really streamline things, get automations in place, which I'm working on. Have your business plan, know what you're going to do, save some money because you don't want to take all the money. I think that's one thing we need to talk about just really quick. A lot of times in business, I used to take, sometimes I still do. I mix money. You ain't supposed to mix money, but I
Uh,
mix money. And so when you take from your personal money and then put it in your business, then try to take it back, it just makes it a big mess. So it's good that you have, and I have separate accounts, but it's good that you save money before you start your business and have everything you need so you don't feel the need to go dip in your personal account.
Absolutely. Keeping them separate makes everything so much easier. And a lot of things are tax write-offs too. So, when when you are going to your accountant or whoever you decide to go with to file your taxes, you definitely just want things streamlined for them to make that process so much smoother, to make sure you're getting your money back as well.
Let's talk about something now. Aren't you married?
Mm-mm. No, girl, not yet.
Okay, well, you got a man. My man, my man. We talked about this the other
I
day.
do have a man, but he ain't put a ring on it yet.
Okay, well, you do. Can we say you do? How does he feel about you being an entrepreneur? So let me just give my little. My husband is always supportive of everything that I do, but I love to do 1,000 things at one time. It's
Mhm.
insane. And I think that it took a while for him to really see. Like if you're a person who has vision, and my husband's a hardworking person, but he knows go to work, come home. He don't care nothing about that entrepreneur stuff. You know what I mean? When he started to see the success behind some of the things I did, he was like, okay. And so now there's nothing that I mean, he was going to support me before, but there's nothing that he really won't do. I think sometimes in relationships, these things that we want to do can be stressful. And so I just wanted to see how your experience was. Like, was your boyfriend all in or in support, or is he like, girl, you spending too much money and you need to pull back?
I would definitely say he's a good mixture.
Okay.
He's definitely gonna support me whatever I want to do, but at the same time, he's a good balance because I can go to the salon, come home, get on my laptop, and I'm still working till like 1 o'clock in the morning. So he definitely can step in. So he's a good balance. But I would like to ask you, how were you and him able to navigate that? Because he is an entrepreneur as well, but his business is established. So he has like he's not having to show up on social media. He in the beginning, and I feel like he still doesn't, but now that I've left my job, he's seeing that like my content is what makes me my money. So if I'm spending 2 hours on my laptop creating a reel, now he just kind of lets me do it. Or even if we're out, I try not to be on my phone, but it's like my business depends on me.
Mhm.
Clients are texting me. I'm having to do content. I'm having to respond to people, to emails. So in the beginning, to him, it looks like you always on your phone, right? But
Right.
I'm really working, and with him, his business, he has set hours. He get off at 5 o'clock. He come home. He got his feet kicked up watching TV. I don't watch TV. I feel like it's always something that needs to be done. You could be reading or anything. So I'm just curious to know how y'all kind of work through that.
So he's really supportive. He really doesn't like harass me about anything that I do. But today he was like another webinar. Because every Wednesday I'm in the orange print, and then I have my membership group where we're putting together the high tea with tenacity, and
Mhm.
then me and you had to work, but he's like another one. So sometimes he's like over it, but most times he knows what I'm trying to do, especially now that I'm really, really trying to get better at my content.
Yeah.
Before he would have been like, why did you bat at gimbal? But now he's like, okay, because I hate reading. Ever since I got out of grad school, I hate reading, and especially instructions. So he's like, okay, let's see how this works so that you can use it correctly. So he is good. He definitely doesn't want to be in the front of anything. He is a good companion. He's a good husband, but a good companion when it comes to my business stuff. So the most that we fuss and fight about is money because honey, I have no ceiling if I want to do something.
Hey, that's that nursing us. We gonna spend it back
Yes.
and get it right back.
If push come to shove, I could go get a case somewhere or take one of my own cases and work a couple shifts and I got the money right back. So yeah, nursing is I posted that in the group in B3N like what has nursing made you like do that you wouldn't do? And I said for me it's spend money and people was like yes, yes cuz we know that there's endless opportunity. So that's what I'm saying that goes into what we're saying right now. Like going beyond the bedside, there's endless opportunities. You, like I said, you could be an educator. You can be a nurse. I mean, you could be a esthetician. You can be a consultant. You can be a legal nurse. There's so many things that you can do. A couple years ago, these young ladies created a nurse belt. Did you see that?
Yes, the stat pack.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So there's so many things that you can do. And there's a million ways to get it. There definitely is. Choose one. So or two or five like me. But you definitely you definitely can do something. And nursing is tiring. It's hard on your body. And I always tell people it's going to cost you more than what it's going to give you because it's a mental drain, it's a physical drain, it's so many other things. And I'm not telling nobody to quit their job. I'm
Mhm.
I am not telling anyone to quit their job. But I am telling people to explore other options because we all going, Lord willing, we all going to get old. And I knew when I became a nurse, there's no way that I wanted to be running up and down those floors at 65. There's nurses who could
See
barely
it
walk.
all the time, and I'm
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
wobbling, can't even. Oh my God, I worked with this one nurse, and I feel it just broke my heart because she has MS and she uses a cane, and she's in there working, and my heart just fell for her because I'm just like, wow,
Yeah, so if we have the opportunity to plan better and
Mhm.
to do better, everybody can't leave. Nurses, everybody can't go. We need some
They'll
nurses in
they'll
our
be all right. They'll hire them some travel nurses or something. We ain't worried about that. No, I'm just joking.
everybody can't go. No, but I'm saying that even if you decided, listen, my path is just working every day and I want to retire. Now, why would he let these dogs out? Oh.
And mine over here, like she wanna hop on the webinar.
Mm-mm. Um, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, we had a couple people. The questions in the Zoom was, do you want to go beyond the bedside? A couple people, 40% said yes. 60% said they were unsure. If you are unsure, please reach out to myself or Ariel. Again, our Instagram tags. Mine is BNNURSES. And Ariel.
My Instagram is reaesthetics_beauty.
And so if you're on the Zoom, we have our digital products posted in the Zoom. Feel free to click on the link and you can get the products there. Did you see how we just talked about all the things we do and then now the digital products? Digital products. When we were at Marketing and Mimosas, there was a lady who said she made $62,000 in 2 weeks with digital products. So a lot of times we stay stuck on the things that we know and we just keep doing that and keep doing that, we have to be able to
Step
expand our
out of your
thinking.
comfort
Yeah,
zone.
yeah, expand our thinking, expand what we tradition ways that we traditionally use to get money and get it. I'm here for it. Listen, next year, me and my birthday twin, because her birthday is in January, my birthday is in
Capricorn.
January. We
We
going
are the best,
yeah, yeah, yeah. We gonna hit that millie. There was a young lady at Marketing and Mimosas who said when she was there that she just hit $1 million. And this is somebody I've been following on Instagram for years. I bought some products from her and everything. She hit $1 million.
and she's young.
She's young and she's doing it crafting.
Hmm.
And this is the thing. I think that a lot of people didn't eat. They're like, what is she doing? She's always doing something. And I think that's how people initially think when you come out and be like, I'm doing this, this, and that. Keep going. Like you'll get motion eventually if you're consistent.
If you are consistent, and that's one thing I wanted to add. I was gonna kind of leave y'all with this, but since Gwen brought it up, I did just want to say, do not listen to people's limiting beliefs. When I
Yes.
first told people I was leaving nursing to become an esthetician, they looked at me like I was crazy. So there will always be naysayers, but as long as you are clear on your vision and what you are passionate about, make your dreams come true. I just had to realize that people who are doing better than you, people who are where you want to be, will never downplay you for following your dreams. And another thing that really helped me was meeting Gwen, right? Getting out of my comfort zone and attending these networking events, because in my community, I just wasn't surrounded by people who were by dreamers and doers, right? So many of them, I lost so many friends when I started my business, and they were nurses as well. But it's like when you're trying to go places, you have to surround yourself by people that are trying to go places. There are so many bad habits that I had to unlearn. But it was so worth it. So I really just wanted to say, do not allow people and their self-limiting beliefs and doubts to overcome your dreams. And sometimes you gonna have it's lonely. Sometimes you might have to not even tell your own mama what your dreams and your goals are.
Get your mama here.
She is. I'm not saying my mama, but some people, it's like that, really.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't they don't see more for their life, so they're not gonna see more for your life. And that's just
That's
what
a
it is.
poverty mindset. A
Absolutely.
lot of our people, unfortunately, do not have a mindset
An
of
abundant mindset.
they
So
have
you
a
have to get out and find your tribe. And at 33 years old, I'm a Capricorn, so I was not on that. I wasn't on that new friends. I'm on that no new friends, no
yes,
new friends. But honestly, the people that I have met on this new journey, I am just so grateful to God. I
yeah, me
pray
too.
all the time that He will bring the right people into my life, and He has done that.
Yes,
So,
yes. I really think that that whole experience. Now me and my niece is talking about going to another one. That whole experience, and I proudly say that I was probably one of the older, most probably the oldest one, not the oldest, but one of the oldest. Shade, not the oldest person. Not the oldest person there, but one of the older persons there. And I love being around young people because they're with the new stuff. They're moving and shaking, and they can always teach you something. But I get tired because you don't always want to be the person that everybody comes to.
exactly.
Want to have, so I am actively working to get a mentor because if you are the smartest person in the room,
Be in the wrong room.
wrong room. And I felt like when I was in that room, I was among some of the brightest thinkers, some of the brightest creators. Like those are the things that will keep you on fire for your business. You need that. I felt so refreshed when I came back. Like we talk about I joined the Orange Print. Now I'm in the other group. Like I don't want to do too much, but I want to learn because the opportunities are endless.
And you never stop learning.
Yeah,
Like you always want to be a student. What's that? Cassandra, she always say the more money, what she say, the more I learned, the more money I made. But it's so true. Like you never know. You never know everything and you never will know everything. But continuing to invest in yourself, continuing to invest in mentorship. I have spent over $10,000 just in mentorship alone, and I don't regret any of it because you just you'll never know everything.
And
So
your girl is dope. I've been following her for years.
well,
And
I've had multiple. I've probably had. I mean, honestly, I feel like in business you need mentors for different things.
everything. Hmm.
Yes, and I've probably had maybe 5 mentors just
Hmm.
because each of them have taught me something different, and it's so worth it. I feel like a lot of people get kind of, you know, but it's worth. You have to invest in yourself if you want to be great. You have to invest in the greats to become greater. So mentorship is where it's at. It saves you money in the long run too, because these are people who are where you want to be. So they
Yeah.
can give you the shortcut, they can give you the blueprint, and they can save you so much time, headache, and money. Especially if you've never we don't know nothing about running no business. Well, we didn't know much about running a business, right?
Wait, somebody said there's no chat. Amber, you should be
Um,
able to go down where it says Q&A and ask your question. If anybody has a question, go to the bottom of the screen where it says Q&A, and you should be able to ask your question right there. I'm sorry, I just now checked it. My sister told me don't be on my phone looking at the chat and all that. Now I done miss people talking to me. Can you hear me, Amber? Amber, do you want me to unmute you? I don't think you're muted. Yes, you are. Amber, you should be able to talk now if you want.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, Amber.
Hey. So
So,
when I go down to the Q&A, it says that only the host and the panelist can put anything in the chat.
oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that. So anybody else who wants to um say something, just raise your hand and I will unmute you. So Amber is a member of B3N. And I'm not gonna tell her journey that she's on now. She could tell it.
So currently I'm in a process. Well, I just finished my state exam and got my insurance license. So right
You got
now,
it.
yes,
Congratulations.
right. Thank you. Thank you. Um, and now I'm on my second journey to get my investment license, so that I can continue to not only put people in proper coverage, income protection, but also help them invest for the future. So a lot of us don't think about retirement until it's upon us, and then at that point it's too late. And just educating the community. So a lot of things that we were not privy to, the information that we weren't privy to. My mother did the best that she could to give me what she got, but she only could give me what she got. So the more I evolved, the more I learned. Now I'm going back educating her, and then starting with my own family, my own children, and then doing my best to reach the community around me. So that's my journey right now. I'm in the process of trying to brand myself, get out of my comfort zone. So Gwen, she's same way she said you throwing shots at her, she be throwing shots at me like, whoop
Yeah.
whoop, you need to do this. Um,
They did it. And neither did you, Ariel.
What's that?
I told y'all both to go in the group and go do a
Oh,
quick video explain. So this is what I don't know. Well, I know you know it and you do it, but this is what people don't understand. So for anybody who's on here, what people don't understand is, wait a second, babe. I'm sorry, my mouth is dry and it look like I got them white things. I need some water. What people don't understand is you gain a following by people knowing you. They want to know your story. They want to know who you are. They want to know if they relate to you, if they want to support what you're doing, if they want to be a part of your movement. They have to know you. And so anytime people don't know, I watch it all the time.
mhm,
I know for me, people don't
mhm.
always like get in the group and just be chit-chatting all the time, but I know they see it because they inbox me. They talk to me about something that I might have posted. But if people don't know you, I watch people's posts go flat. Like you coming in here telling me about insurance, girl, go ahead. Who are you?
Right,
And so this is something that I told you about a month ago.
indeed.
And then I told you last week, and then I seen your live getting on the plane, your picture.
Right.
I know all you had in the airport was time. I'm just being 100. Like, I really, really am going to start mentoring again. This is going to be a paid service because I feel like I talk to people and people don't take you serious until they got some money and skin in the game, is what they say. So I'm just saying that this community is over 700 people, and it really should be 3 times that for as long as it has been, because the people who have been blessed by the group are supposed to go back and grab some other people behind them to pull them up as well. That's a whole nother story. But while you're in the group, you have access to people who are either where you are, ahead of where you are, or looking to you to get where you are. And so if you don't build the community within the community for yourself, ain't nothing I can do. You can actually, and this is the gem I'm going to give you, and then I'm done talking to you because what are we doing? You could actually build a community within B3N of people who want to sell insurance, who want to know more about what you're doing, and you could create a paid group outside of that. Now, if you want to know how to do that, I'm gonna send you an invoice because I'm tired of I love Amber, but we've been doing this for years.
I know. Listen, Gwen has definitely been one of my biggest supporters, and not even just that, like in the business, but on a personal basis, because she knows my story. Just in the last couple of years, I am going to make the video. I promise. That is
But
definitely
you
an
don't gotta
area
make
that
it for me. And I think that
no,
that's
I'm saying like in general, because what you're saying is true, right? So like it makes sense. If it makes sense, there's no need to, what I mean, to dispute it. But it's definitely an area. So like when I'm uncomfortable, it's an area for me that I really struggle with. And that's just a confidence thing. I have to work on my confidence if I'm going to be completely transparent.
yeah. Me too. I don't like going live. I don't like none of that. But there's money at the
But
end
the
of it.
more I will say, the more you do it, the more confident you will be. Girl, I don't like doing all of that. But honestly, just start doing it like when you're riding in your car, turn your camera on and just start talking. The same
Mm-hmm.
talking to us right now, just turn your camera on and start talking. And then start getting more comfortable with doing that. And then just post. People they want to know what you have to say. They want to listen to your story. So you just have to do it. The more that's how you overcome things that you're not confident in, that you're not comfortable with. You overcome that by actually doing it.
Growing up.
Absolutely.
And Amber, just one more thing, because I said I wasn't telling you nothing else, but I'm going to tell you something else. We all, because all 3 of us believe in God. I know that for sure on this lab. And so everything that we go through is not for us. Everything that we go through is for us to help somebody else behind us who could be going through the same thing. There's somebody who can connect to your story. People are in B3N. A lot of people, I shouldn't say everybody, a lot of people are in there because I have a lot of relationships with a lot of people in there. And they saw me as a mom of 4, starting from my nursing degree, my associates, all the way. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
talk about how I felt my first time taking my RN test. Like I talk, those are my pain points. But people can. Sometimes I'm too real, but people can relate to the things that I've gone to. They've gleaned from it, and we're cool. That's a good
Right.
thing, but it's a bad thing because sometimes people only want to deal with me where we should be in community, but that's how you can start.
Mhm.
That is,
Absolutely.
yeah. But I'm excited for the journey. I'm here for it.
Well, I appreciate, of course, the encouragement from both of you all, and just the tips on overcoming, and even just approaching it from the position that I'm in right now. So I'm definitely taking notes and definitely going to apply them. You guys are going to be so proud of me.
I definitely am. Absolutely. I pray for nothing but success because I love Amber. I love everything about her. but I'm going to also keep her accountable. I'm going to make her
We
accountable.
all need that.
Accountabilities for everybody. I love it.
Anybody else got a question before we get off? Because I don't want to, keep this going unnecessary, belabor the moment. If all hearts and minds are clear, we could stop here. But like I said, make sure you guys go to www.b3ns.biz. Grab the ebook. It's on sale half off for $15. And then make sure you follow Ariel. And she'll give you her handle and her website where you can get her ebook.
Yes, so my Instagram is reaesthetics_beauty. I had linked my ebook in the question and A, but my website is just www.reaestheticsbeauty.com. So feel free to follow me. If you have questions, you can DM me. I also have a coaching call. So if you're interested in, just hopping on a call, getting a little more clarity or anything like that, you can DM me Freedom and I will give you a discount for being on the webinar as well.
I appreciate you, sis.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
All right, everyone. We thank you for jumping on. Again, you can talk to us separately. If there's a question you have just for Ariel, you can reach out to her, or for me, you can reach out to me. And I think we're going to do this again. We might expand it to add more people, but it's definitely conversations that we have to continue to have if we want to see the success and expand our networks the way we want to do. All right. I hope you guys have a great night.
Good
Talk to
night.
you soon.
Good night.
All right.